What's up, guys? So we're about to get into Wonder Man issue 2 and the claws of Hellcat. Wonder Man Simon Williams and Hellcat Patsy Walker arrive at a police station where they learn that Randolph Chancellor Randy has voluntarily come to discuss a corpse and is speaking without a lawyer. Hellcat asks for the full story, prompting Simon to recount the public version of Randolph's origin. A stylized flashback begins. Randolph, a former travel host, was filming at an ancient Italian ruin site dedicated to Fortuna, the goddess of luck, when armed raiders ambushed him, hoping to claim a reward. Tied to a priceless artifact, the ambush turns violent, but in a surreal twist, the gunfire ricochets off the golden statue of Fortuna, striking the raiders instead and saving Randolph. The statue comes to life as Fortuna manifests in a glowing form. Furious that violence is taking place in her temple, she confronts Randolph, demanding to know whether he deserves her blessings or her wrath. Randolph attempts to talk his way out. Fortuna decides he will receive both, since he convinced her life's a little bit of good and bad, hot and cold. She curses him with a constantly spinning wheel of fortune, ensuring his life will swing wildly between extreme luck and devastating misfortune. Despite his protest, the spell is completed. Back in the present, Hellcat diminishes the story as ridiculous, though Simon defends it by comparing it to his own strange past. Randolph exits interrogation, and Simon immediately scolds him for speaking to the LAPD without legal counsel. Hellcat departs, and Simon insists they leave to meet a lawyer. Walking along the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Simon and Randolph eat tacos while discussing the case. Randolph claims he's in the clear, but then Kaiser reveals the victim, Beth, was both their manager and his secret lover. Simon panics, realizing how incriminating that sounds. Elsewhere, Simon's brother Eric, the Grim Reaper, attends a therapy session in full costume. He discusses his obsession with Wanda Maximoff and the trauma that fractured his sanity. His therapist suggests complex and a possible medication which Eric fears might change him. Eric joins Simon and Randolph on the street. Tourists take photos of him while street performers mock him as the worst avenger. A brief argument breaks out before Simon cuts short to handle a call. At the bar with no name, the villain The Spot receives a contract to travel to Los Angeles and kill a couple of the thespians and a failed assassin. He accepts, requesting payment in crypto. It looks like The Spot. At the West Coast Avengers campus, Simon meets Killer Watt for a secure location for Randolph's crisis team. He also requests to help film a mid-air edition for a Darkhawk movie. In a conference room, Simon and Randolph meet with a PR crisis team to address Beth's death. Simon urges Randolph to flee due to a contract on his life, but the team strongly disagrees. The PR team insists Randolph must stay visible in the public to avoid looking guilty. Frustrated, Simon leaves the meeting to film his audition mid-air. Simon films an over-the-top audition while acting as a villain opposite Darkhawk. In the middle of the scene, he receives a message and abruptly has to abandon the shoot. Simon arrives dressed for what he believes is a date with Patsy, only to learn he misunderstood. Awkward but composed, Patsy accepts the flowers before revealing she actually needs his help. At a police precinct, Patsy explains that the assassin who attacked Randolph has been captured, but refuses to speak to anyone except Wonder Man. Inside the jail cell, before the prisoner can talk, black portals open and The Spot appears. Grabbing the assassin through one of the portals, Simon charges in. As Patsy prepares to fight, she cracks her whip into the darkness of The Spot. A chaotic fight unfolds as The Spot manipulates his portals to have Patsy attack Wonder Man. As he does so, he's able to grab the neck of the killer, and this assassin would do what he must. He's able to kick Pat away with a loud thud. With a final snap, The Spot pulls his hand out and breaks the assassin's neck, seemingly killing him, and then vanishes. Enraged, Simon smashes through the wall as police rush in. They tell him he's not flying anywhere, but he realizes what this means. He declares he has to leave immediately because he knows The Spot's going for Randolph. Ignoring the police's order, Simon blasts through the roof, convinced another murder is imminent. The scene cuts to Randolph relaxing in his Hollywood hold home, unaware that a portal is opening silently behind him.
I'm rooting for Wonder Man to get his chick. In the end, Hellcat and Wonder Man gotta get it on. And beyond that, it's pretty cool seeing the Grim Reaper as his brother. I had no idea they were related. And let's get to the end of it. The Spot, Spider-Man villain in this book, freaking awesome. The way he killed the assassin, spot-on character right there. Stay tuned for more Wonder Man to come, so I will catch you all later. Bye.